What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode. Today, guessed it, we're tying some more flies. This one I haven't tied before. I've seen it, I've used it, I've bought it, haven't tied it. So you guys are gonna learn with me. It's a great fly, catches a lot of fish. It's something that's a little smaller, a lot of volume for such a little profile. But those panfish love this type of thing. So stay tuned, let's go tie us a fly. To start off, we're going to use a size 12 hook. This is a little smaller than I usually use, but the way this fly works, it's perfect size. We're going to start off how I always do, a little jam knot, and cover the base of the shank with thread. If you haven't seen any of the other videos, I do this. It keeps stuff from slipping around, gives a solid base. So I cut that off. I've got my orange thread on there so you guys can see it. It makes it easier for me to see as well. So this fly is very simple. It only has 3 materials, super simple, super effective as well. First, we're gonna tie in our only feather. So you're gonna want a piece of hackle that's a little bit bigger. You want it to be pretty thick. See how it's wide? It doesn't have to be that long. It's not a very long hook, but you want it to be thick. That makes up a majority of the movement that this fly has. So same as any other hackle, I'm gonna cut it off all the way up here, get rid of all that little fluffy stuff. Doesn't do us any good for what we're making. Do you guys have any use for that fluffy part of the feather? I haven't found any, but I feel like I'm wasting a lot of it just cutting it off. So if you have anything, drop it in the comments. Let me know what you use that for. All right, I trimmed up our feather. We're gonna tie it in. All right, I tied that in. So our next material, this is kind of like cooking. It's like our ingredients, is dubbing. We're just gonna use a little bit of black dubbing. I dub until I get to halfway on the shank. I don't know, it's kind of hard for you guys to see right there. If I pull a little closer, it's halfway up. Now, since I'm using orange thread, I could just do a bunch of orange thread, but not everybody uses orange thread. So we're gonna take a little bit of red, just a small amount. We're gonna twist it in here. Really build it up in one concentrated spot. So you guys can really see that spot really stands out. And then we're gonna take more black. We're just gonna finish it up all the way to the eye of the hook. Right. Fluff up my feather. We're gonna make this all the way around. And I'm going to try to skip over that red as much, that way that red really pops. And when we get to the top here, I tie it in. Now normally I would make a lot of wraps here and make that a really, really bright head. But since it already has the bright red in the middle, I don't think we need that. So I'm going to do just a couple wraps to seal everything up. Just a couple overhand knots. I'm gonna whip finish it. One last overhand knot. And my fancy head cement, aka nail polish. Now typically when I make something with a lot of hackle like this, I like to trim it up and make it look nice. The point of this one is to have all of that really move. When you twitch it and you strip it, it really gets a lot of movement and disturbs the water. So I don't want to trim it too much. I really like how it looks here. When it goes, it's going to have a lot of movement there. If you wanted to, you could probably put 2 feathers in there together. I just figured with the really small hook, it wasn't necessary. A lot of people, when they tie this, they also put a copper wire around it. Gives a little bit of flash. This red is so bright, this dubbing, I made it. I purposely made it bright so that I wouldn't need necessarily a flash or another color. And that's all. So to fish this one, cast it out there. It doesn't have to be super deep. You want to strip it back when it gets close and cast again. Very similar to like a woolly bugger or something like that. Lots of movement. It's going to be what you go for. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. We'll catch you next time.